Hello, fellow horror geeks, and welcome to 100 Days of Horror, which myself and several of my friends will watch 100 horror movies that we haven't seen in the 100 days leading up to Halloween. Want more information? Go check out the first video, or go check out the website with information on it. Other than that, we're going to get right into today's film. And today's film, this day 6 film, is Bobcat Goldthwait's Willow Creek, which is a movie I've owned for a long time but still haven't got around to watching until yesterday when I watched the film. And before anything else, let me say I loved this movie. I thought it was incredibly well done, amazing sound design, great setup. Now it is essentially Blair Witch Project with Bigfoot, so you can take it as you like. I'm a big fan of the Blair Witch Project. I think it holds up. I love everything around it, and I think it did a fantastic job using nothing to create a very strong atmosphere. And I think that this did the same way too, to a slightly lesser degree, but I think it worked for the most part. In fact, when you're watching it, there's like direct parallels with Blair Witch, like this scene and this and this and this and this. And yes, it's a very direct connection, but I don't find it a rip-off in any way. I think I haven't listened to the commentary yet, but it may be just accidental of the type of film that we're making, because we're looking at a found footage film of two people going out, instead of three like Blair Witch, heading into the woods to find where the Patterson-Gilman tape was made in 1968 in Northern California, and as they do a documentary on this, in the same way that the Blair Witch Project group went into Burkittsville, Maryland to find the Blair Witch. Eventually things end up in the woods, there's noises, there's crashing, there's things fucking with them, and then the end. So you kind of know how this ends, spoiler alert. Also spoiler alert, I guess you don't see Bigfoots if you're coming expecting like something like a Lance Henriksen fighting an abominable snowman. You're not going to get that. This is a lot more low-key to that. This is all from their perspective, so if it's not appearing on camera and they're in the dark in a tent, it's not going to show up there. Same thing with the Blair Witch Project, where you never see the Blair Witch, you see flashes of something, you see this and that, and it's more about how it affects the people who are coming near it than the actual creature. Because a lot of times it's shown in these movies, the creature looks awful. I'm sorry. There's very few Bigfoot movies I really love. That's a whole different thing for another time. But if you do want to check out an amazing Bigfoot movie that does feature a lot of the creature, check out Hunting Grounds from John Portnova. I do note that I do know John in real life, but he's a great guy and great movies that he makes with him and his company, so check out Killing Grounds. But if you're in the mood for more of a direct Bigfoot movie with blood and fighting and creatures and everything, if you look for a more low-key one that's about ratcheting up tension and making you actually feel legit kind of freaked out, in the last 25 minutes of the movie, we got this. Now, the last 25 minutes of the movie is where the horror really comes in. If there's anything to say about that, it's an 80-minute movie, and the first 50-ish are all set up of working their way to town, connecting to the characters, working their way through the town, talking to the locals, in the same way Blair Witch does. It actually talks to locals. The script is written by Bobcat Goldthwait, but it's really more of an outline, and the two main actors worked with him to do the dialogue as they went through. We're simply just talking to the people who are in town with them, who filled in their own information. Like the lady who runs the Bigfoot stand is the woman who runs the Bigfoot stand in real life. So as far as they're aware of, they're just a regular documentary crew and not a movie coming in to film. There's like a small crew, from what I read, to make it really get that feel, and I think it really works. It doesn't feel like an overblown production. It feels like this could be someone's attempt at finding Bigfoot and not working out well for it. The two main characters do have a really good chemistry. They're early in a relationship, and it shows in that great way. So they don't feel like they're over-rehearsed, but they also don't feel like they've kind of been together forever. They actually were able to get that right level where it doesn't feel like people who just met, but also doesn't feel like people who have known each other their entire lives. These people have been together like 8 months or something like that, and kind of the first big steps in the relationship. The two leads actually met the day on the way up to Willow Creek, because they actually filmed at Willow Creek, as I noted. And a good way to show how much this movie actually won me over is that it wasn't the movie I expected to be, and I was still really enjoyed it. I'm a fan of Bobcat Goldthwait's other filmed work, so God Bless America, World's Greatest Dad, and last year's television show, Monsters and Mad Men, which are all a lot darker and more satirical and making fun of its subjects in a very mean-spirited sort of way. So I expected this act to be about really making fun of people who are really into cryptids and this culture, and this makes them like observe and report for that, something to that effect. That's what I kind of expected, but then I found a mostly serious movie about people looking for Bigfoot and their really terrifying night in the woods. So being a completely different movie that I expected to come in with, and I still loved it. That's an amazing thing. So Bobcat Goldthwait put together a really good, solid, small, Blair Witch-ish Bigfoot movie, so I'm going to recommend this. So far, 100 Days of Horror has been all things I've liked so far. We'll see what happens next. Next is Claire Denis' High Life, so check back tomorrow for that. As always, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell when the notification comes out for each daily video, and go to cpeak.com to follow what everyone's working on today with the dedicated Facebook. Thank you, have a great day.